Peace, what it is. In classic fashion for me, I'm fucked up and missed my mark on my shit. The moon is actually just got out of Pisces like an hour ago. I'm in thought because okay, let me back it up. So it's actually a full moon right now, or last night was really last night about 12. No, night before last about 12 o'clock. The full moon's in Pisces, and the sun's in Virgo. So I had something to talk about, cause something happened, cause just so happened for me, my moon is in Pisces, so the full moon wasn't right by my moon, but it's in the same sign. So excuse me. So of course I had a bit of a revelation, and I have something. Excuse me. I had something physical happen as well that I ain't gonna speak on, because I don't like to talk about what I got going on. I let that shit happen, and then I'll tell you afterwards. So anyway, you know what I'm saying? And I'm only saying that just to say that things happen in the full moon, physically and spiritually. You know what I mean? You just when you're conscious, you pay attention to these things, and you notice, you know what I'm saying, and you're aware. That's consciousness. So one thing I noticed, I was talking to my wife, and me and my wife been together for 14 years. All right, we've been married for 7 years, been together for 14 years, straight out of high school. And you know what I'm saying, I think I've said this before, like, I was never faithful for like the first, 10 years of our fucking relationship. You know what I'm saying? I don't know. We got together, I was 17, so 17, like, you gonna get out there one time, right? So anyway, but my point was, like, I started to analyze, the women in my past, as well as my wife, and I noticed that I have an affinity. I ain't gonna say I have an affinity. Like, I have a special thing for Libras, right? Not like, oh, I love Libra women. It's not like that. Well, like a special thing. I mean, like, Lil Wayne is a Libra, right? And Lil Wayne was my favorite rapper for like 10 years. Like, since when I was like 12, he became my favorite rapper, and I rocked with that nigga till I was like 20 something. But so anyway, Lil Wayne's a Libra, okay? So my philosophy, which I've explained before, is you must learn and master the 3 signs ahead of you, right, to ultimately get back to the 4th sign of comfort, because in the 4th sign in front of you is the 9th sign behind you. So that is essentially where you are created at. That is the sign in which your mother and father had sex, right, and sparked your seed to grow, or what have you, blah blah blah. So essentially, for a Gemini, Libra will be your home energy. You see, because that's where you were essentially created at. Or if you want to think metaphysically, summons to come into this life. Okay, you figured that one out. So anyway, my wife, you know what I'm saying, before we understood birth charts, we knew she was a Sag, I was a Gemini, so we matched. But once we studied her birth charts, she's a double Libra, moon and ascendant, right? Now, women are ruled by their moons, because women are essentially ruled by their emotions. So, for her, you know what I'm saying, her Libra energy is prominent, obviously, because, she's a woman, you know what I'm saying. Libra's relationships, that's where her moon is. So she's emotionally satisfied through relationships, through her relationships with others. And that's actually something I be telling her about. Like, you gotta get over that shit, and be happy with yourself, and don't be worried about other motherfuckers. But anyway, that's something on the other side. See, with the moon being in Pisces, even though technically right now it is in Aries, so I'm kind of doing. So you know what? Fuck it. I'm gonna make this one my Pisces Aries. I'm gonna merge these all. I might do one of the Aries too, but you know what I'm saying, like, that's that giving energy. That the Pisces is the fuck ups. Like, Pisces that I believe, or I think I can do it. I think I can do it. Off, damn, I done fucked up and I couldn't do it. That's Pisces energy. So you see what I'm saying? It's like, it's just that's kind of what I did today. I was like, I keep putting this video off. God damn it, I missed it. It's 0 degrees Aries. You see? So So anyway, let me back up. All right. So what I noticed was I looked at my mama's chart because, and I'm finna give y'all a philosophy here. Okay, every man marries his mama. Okay. Now, most people have heard this. I mean, people who've heard wisdom in these areas have heard this type of a saying before, how a man marries his mother. Now, what that is essentially the first person to love you, the first female energy to come to you is from your mother as a man. You know what I'm saying? From in the womb, and then so on and so forth through life. So that essentially is programmed in your psyche as to what you like, what you love, what you are attracted to. It's how you are soothed. It essentially cultivates your moon sign. You understand what I'm saying? How your moon sign and your mother's moon sign, how that interaction is important. That can be in a study which you can do when you pull charts. But one thing I noticed specifically was my mother's Jupiter is in Libra. Now Jupiter is the highest aspect of your right brain. That's your true love nature. They'll tell you Venus is your love nature, but that's not that's not really true. Okay, Venus would be more of your lust nature. Venus would be more based off what you know. Jupiter would be based more off your spirit, your soul, what you drawn to, naturally. You see what I'm saying? So, the way you would nurture your child will be more related to Jupiter than Venus. You see, Venus was Taurus and Libra. So that's myself, Taurus, and my partner, Libra. You see what I'm saying? But, that ain't really nothing to do with your children. You see, now Jupiter rules Sagittarius and Pisces. So that's your spiritual beliefs. So that's what you're going to teach your babies. And that's your talent. You know what I'm saying? Like, what blessings are you going to give your babies? Right? Okay. So, you see what I'm saying? You can see how Jupiter will be more related to the feminine love nature than Venus would be. Okay, so and I know specifically in charts, one thing you can look up, like I've said before, is Juno. And Juno is in mythology the wife of Jupiter, or the wife of Zeus. Okay, so Juno would be the feminine the spouse aspect of your feminine nature. Like for a man, Juno represents what you want to marry, the type of woman you want to marry. Like mine is in Virgo, and it also represents how you treat your wife, because mine is in Virgo, and I'm real particular with my wife about shit. Like I always be on her about shit, and through the years she used to think that it was just me criticizing her, but after probably 10 years or so, when we really start to get to know each other on a better level, she started to understand that I'm just attempting to better her in my own way. You see, and once we start to look at the charts, we see, oh, well, my Juno's in Virgo, 28 degrees. So that's all criticism. You know what I'm saying? So Jupiter and Juno are, real, very, very important when you're looking at relationships, when you're looking at your love for a man or for a woman. For a woman, Juno would be your aspirations for how you want to act. That'll be your hero. You know what I'm saying? So, your Juno is in a particular sign. That'll be something that you aspire to be, something you aspire to act. You know what I'm saying? It's different for a man and a woman in chart. So you gotta always understand that dynamic. So anyway, what you would do is, you know what I'm saying, women, this is a secret, all right? You waited 9 minutes just to hear this, okay? For that man who you think, you like him, he like you, y'all getting along, go look at it, pull up his birth chart. All you need is his birthday. You don't need his time or nothing. You just need his birthday and his year. You know how old he is. All right, and then you go look at his chart and see where his Juno is, see where his Jupiter is, see where his moon is, and then if y'all are like, you know what I'm saying, if he's worth it to you, okay, ask him about his mama, okay, because like women, if you really want to marry a man, you need to understand his relationship with his mama, and you need to find your version of that. You know what I'm saying? I know they done told y'all in these movies, I ain't his mama and all that other shit. Look here. A man marries his mama, okay? Like, okay. So, I mean, if you want to be married, you know, you need to, you know, put your mama hat on type shit. Like, that don't mean to be babying no man and no take care of no man. You still his wife. You understand what I'm saying? But you gotta understand, like, you know, you're supposed to take care of your man. Like, I would think you would know that shit. Like, I don't know. Like, some of this shit these days, like, common sense shit, like, I ain't gonna take care of no man. What the fuck you mean you ain't gonna take care of no man? What you gonna do? You're like, what you mean? So what, next is you ain't gonna take care of no kids? Like, okay, it's the job of a wife to take care of a husband. It's the job of a husband to take care of his wife. You know, to take care of his family. Y'all supposed to take care of each other, right? So you should want to understand. I mean, I ain't gonna say you should do, but you know, if you have another tool, a mechanism for understanding, you know what I'm saying, you can probably save yourself a lot of time. You know what I mean? If you know this man, you know his mama is a Cancer, right? So, you know, she's an extra loving type, and you know, you a Libra, and you know, that just really ain't your style, you know what I'm saying? You just want everybody to be cool, but you ain't gonna be babying this nigga. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, that probably ain't gonna work out, you know? I mean, you see, I mean, just shit like that, you know what I'm saying? I don't know, I hope I explained that well. I am kind of, I don't know, I always got an excuse for myself. No, fuck it. If you don't get it, write something in the comments and ask me what I'm trying to tell you. Fuck it, I don't know. Take it easy. Peace and love.